Blade Auto Center offers you a wide range of car accessories, auto parts, tools, and car-related gift ideas. Find everything you need here at Blade Auto Center. You're tuned in to Blade Radio. Blade Radio. Here at Blade Auto Center, we always put our customers first. We know our parts and products, and we've got the best merchandise at the right price. This is Blade Radio. Blade Radio.
Hey there guys, Saber here. Welcome back to Blade Radio. Here we're always pushing the pedal when it comes to bringing you the best mix of driving music and high quality, value for money car products and services.
You got Edge right here too, and you are absolutely right, Saber. It's all here under one roof. And what's more, our friendly and attentive staff is always on hand to give you expert advice on the latest car products available.
Of course, Blade offers top industry brands like Sparco, 3M, Dub, Meguiar's, Pioneer, Mothers, Garment, and many more, all of course at a very reasonable price.
We hope you enjoy your visit here at Blade Auto Center. Meanwhile, let's get right back to the music. Keep it here and always remember, if it's Blade, it's better.
What's up, Bladers? Welcome to Blade Butter Radio Show live. Yes, my name is Love, and if you are new to this channel, please like, subscribe, and follow Blade Auto Center on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and our other social media platforms. Yep, that's right. So once again, my name is Love. This is Blade Butter Radio Show live. So we will be talking about motorcycles, and our topic for today will be about the history and what is Royal Enfield. Yep, Royal Enfield motorcycles yan. Sa mga ibang bladers natin dyan na hindi pa familiar about this brand, please stay tuned at pag-uusapan po natin tungkol sa Royal Enfield motorcycles. Alright, so without further ado, let's begin with Blade Moto.
Blade Radio Live would like to thank the following sponsors. Dub Project, Hero Motorcycle Accessories, Micromagic Premium Car Care, Sparco Racing Accessories, Pioneer, Transcend, Bosch, Virtua, Type S. If you like the programs at Blade Radio, please support our sponsors. And now, let's get back to our regular program.
Maraming salamat po sponsors ng Blade. Okay. So, yes, Bladers, you'd be surprised that Blade, hindi lang pang kotse, hindi lang pang motor, meron din sila for pets. That's right. So, although iba lang yung ang name, which is petshop.ph. So, yan po, petshop.ph is also by Blade Auto Center. So for your wants and needs para sa pets nyo, please do check out. Nandyan po the official website of petshop.ph. And meron din po siyang branches sa mga malls, okay? So we are inviting also all fur parents and their fur babies to come and visit petshop.ph at the following branches. So meron po yan sa Ayala Feliz Mall in Marikina City, Festival Mall, Muntinlupa, Alabang, Marquee Mall, Angeles City, Pampanga, and Harbor Point, Subic Bay, Freeport Zone. Pero kung hindi nyo po kaya pumunta sa branches, nandyan po ang official website sa screen. So you can check it out. Nandyan po lahat ng mga kailangan nyo for your pets. And I have a few items with me here na meron sa petshop.ph. So okay. Of course, ito po, ang pets cannot live without food. So we have food for your dogs and for your cats. Eto pa, another kind of dog food. So, okay. So, hindi lang pa pala for dogs, no? Meaning, it's not just for adult pets. Pwede rin po for puppies or for kittens. So, like, for example, itong pedigree, this is actually for the mother and baby dog. Ayan. This one naman is Whiskas na to. It's for the kittens. Itong Vitality is for adult dogs. So these are the dry kinds of dog food, no? Yung parang pellets. Okay? Pero meron din po ang petshop.ph ng soft or wet dog food and cat food. But with me right now, these are for the cats. Ito. So, meron po yung Whiskas Junior, the soft cat food. So, it's for kittens, no? Yung 2 to 12 months. And then, sa mga adult cats na they prefer soft food than the hard pellet kind of food. Ito po, this is the Whiskas for 1-year-old and above. Okay? So, pet foods, lahat po yan available sa petshop.ph. Alright. Eh, syempre naman, saan nyo ilalagay yung mga pagkain ng pets nyo? Well, petshop.ph has food bowls. Ayan. This one, ito, sa lahat ng pets ko, itong bowl nila for water and food, no? This is, I think, aluminum, bowl. Ayan. And yung side po niya, may rubber para when you put it on the floor, hindi madudulas, hindi gagalaw-galaw. So, ito po. They come in different sizes also, for sure. Basta i-check out nyo lang yung website ng petshop.ph. Pero kung ayaw nyo po ng aluminum, petshop.ph also has food or water bowls na made out of plastic. So, ayan. This is the bigger size. So, malamang for bigger pets to. Okay? So, nakita nyo po, petshop.ph would have the aluminum or plastic type of food and water bowls. Okay. Oh yes, ito munti ko na nakalimutan. Petshop.ph also has this one. It's the pedigree daily oral care Dentasticks, no? Usually you give this to your dog para luminis yung teeth nila. So yeah. Ito pa yung triple action na Dentasticks. Okay? This is one of the na kung hindi nyo toothbrush ang dogs nyo, then this is another solution to maintain the teeth of your dog. So ito po yung pedigree Dentasticks. Right. And syempre naman, gusto nyo mabango ang inyong pets, di ba? So petshop.ph has play pets. Ayan. Actually, inamoy ko po yung mga shampoo ng play pets and ang bango. These two shampoos that I'm holding on, amoy cotton candy po sila. So, yeah. And at the same time, this is a very quite mild, no, for your pet's sensitive skin. So ito po, do check this out at petshop.ph. And of course, parang tao lang po ang pets natin after shampoo at pagkatuyo sa kanila. Ito, petshop.ph also has Play Pets powder. O, di ba? Inamoy ko rin, mabango. So, ito ang pinakamalupit sa lahat. Talo pa nila ang babies. So, petshop.ph. Meron rin pabango for the dogs. Inamoy ko to. Grabe. It smells like alam niyo yung mga pabango na yung mga Spanish baby colognes. Ganun po ang amoy nito. Amoy baby na presko talaga. So, all of these items that I showed you, available po lahat ito sa petshop.ph. And last but not the least, hindi ko na nakalimutan kasi it's down here. Petshop.ph also has a pet bag. So what is this pet bag? This pet bag, for me, parang multi-purpose bag na sa akin eh. Okay? So, you can put yung mga gamit ng pets nyo. Okay? At the same time, kung hindi gamit ng pets, you can put your pet inside this bag. So, diba? How is that? Ito po. Okay. Let me zipper ko lang mabuti. Okay. So, there you go. This bag, makikita nyo po may butas in both sides. Ito malaking butas para sa head ng pets, and the maliit na butas here is for the tail. So, ayan po. This is the pet bag available at petshop.ph. So, Bladers, you can check out the pet bag. I'm sure meron po silang different designs and different sizes nito. So, it's either you visit any petshop.ph branch or check everything out at the official website of petshop.ph, which is also by Blade Health Center. Yan. Okay, so Bladers, we shall pause for a commercial break and we will be back. So please, hang in there.
Kahit anong mangyari sa atin dalawa, walang susuko ha.
Alam mo na gusto ng daddy mo na sa Australia ka magstay, di ba?
Kailangan ko pa pong pag-isipan eh.
I know, Danielle.
Danielle,
Catherine,
pupunta ka ng Cebu for 6 months.
sayang na may opportunity. Tsaka hindi lahat nabibigyan ng ganito.
Go ahead, Danielle. Accept the offer.
Congratulations to Danielle Del Rosario.
Ganyan talaga pag long distance relationship. Kaya ang daming naghihiwalay.
Anong gagawin ko sa ex-deal na gluta? Bayaran dyan ko ninyo sa kong TF o di mo ganan ipatoy puta mo! Twinkle, Box, Twinkle, version 2.0! Kapag ikaw yung may kailangan, dapat okay lang sa akin. Pero kapag ako yung may kailangan sa'yo, ayaw mo akong pagbigyan.
Congrats, Dad, for patching things up with him.
It's just Danielle.
It is Danielle, ang lalaking kinabaliwan mo at iniyak-iyakan mo. Tapos, in one snap, forever is gone.
Promise me na tutuparin mo yung mga pangarap mo. Promise me na ako lang.
Bakit ba ang kulit-kulit mo? Alam mo, kung wala kang matinong sasabihin, huwag mo na lang akong kausapin, okay? Also, nasan yung straw?
Oh, Stro, huwag ka na magreklamo ha. Patikman mo na rin naman yan eh.
Well, any friend of Camille is a friend of mine.
Pagkatapos ng lahat ng nangyari, lahat ng nakita ko, lahat ng galit ko, Bakit parang siya pa rin?
Balot! Sir! It's you! Yan, balot-balot din pag may time, dating gawin. Ito ang balot ng pag-ibig.
Right, so that is the next 12 days. Mapapanood po yan sa YouTube channel ng Blade Auto Center. Kaya subscribe na Bladers kasi mapapanood nyo lahat ng mga movies na gawa ng Blade Auto Center. Libre, o di ba? Can you imagine? Basta subscribe lang po kayo sa YouTube channel ng Blade Auto Center para makita nyo po ano yung mga movies na ginawa po nila. And like I said, sino bang may ayaw nito, libre po panuorin. Ayan. Okay, so eto na. Let's start the show. And as I said earlier, Bladers, no, ang pag-uusapan natin today, since syempre this is a motorcycle show, pag-uusapan naman natin ang isang brand na motorcycle na sumisikat na siya dito here sa Pilipinas. Although alam po natin ang mga, syempre kabisado na natin yung mga sikat na Asian brands. Although ito Asian pa rin to Asian brand pa rin to. And like I said, it's a growing it's a growing growing brand na siya dito sa motorcycle community here in the Philippines. And ito po ay mga big bikes. Okay. So once again, I would like to welcome Mr. Paulo Jimenez Bonifacio of Royal Enfield, Philippines, and he will be discussing with us what is the Royal Enfield motorcycle. So welcome aboard, Paulo.
Hi, love. Hi, everyone.
Thank you for your time again today. It's great to have you back here in my radio show.
Thank you. Check ko lang yung bike ko kanina, nakapark kasi dun sa baba So sabi ko parang okay naman siya, safe naman siya dun.
Oo, okay naman. Lalo na where you are right now. Don't not worry about. And Paulo, wow. Nakikita ko sa t-shirt mo, napaka-hardcore naman yung pagka-Royal Enfield. Okay. Paulo, because I sabi ko kasi kanina that medyo may mga ibang bladers or viewers natin na hindi pa familiar with the brand Royal Enfield motorcycles, no? Maybe let's discuss muna, no? Okay. Itong si Royal Enfield, of course, correct me if I'm wrong, di ba panay big bike siya?
Yes. Okay. So, big bikes, yes. Considered naman siya big bike because our smallest displacement is really 350. Wala kaming smaller than 350. Though sa Philippines, highway legal is 400cc. But we're one of the last na yata, I think, in the world na 400cc ang highway legal for riding, no. So considered pa rin naman siyang big bike, yes, but highway legal because it's 350. We didn't actually register it as 400. So after the 350, we have a 411 and then 650 na yung next namin na engines. So palaki.
Okay. And all right, but what's so far, like, saan ba gawa ang Royal Enfield? Kasi it sounds very
regal.
Sounds royalty, right?
Yeah, so, royalty. So Royal Enfield, the brand in itself, bagong-bago yan yung kumpanya niyan. So actually, it was actually made in 1901. No? Yung Royal Enfield. Yeah, so that's why
new.
I'm wearing this shirt. It's 120 years. 120 years, celebrating 120 years already in Royal Enfield. It is the oldest bike in production to date.
Okay.
1901 nga siya, it was developed, no. So it started in the UK and then later on it was being made in India already. in India.
So meaning Royal Enfield originally is a European or a
UK brand, yes.
okay, so British. It's a
British,
British
British,
brand.
yes. British technology.
Okay, I see. So bakit parang it seems na parang it's ang reputation niya ata here is it's what an Indian bike.
Yes, it's an Indian bike because now it's being made in India. But still with the name like Royal Enfield, no. I mean, the way they started, the way I understand it is Enfield started making guns. That's why there's the Enfield Garand, which is a single shooter na
Mhm.
barrel. So they were
Mhm.
doing guns, and then later on they developed into motorcycles. They had the Flying Flea, which they used in World War, I believe it was World War One, where they actually parachute into enemy territory with
Okay.
the motorcycle. So yung motorcycle, kasabay nila buwabagsak into enemy territory. Pag
Okay.
nakita mo yung mga classic namin na motor, merong cover yung headlight. Meron siya parang maliit na cover on top. The reason for that is when they're riding in enemy territory, pag nakita sila ng mga bombers or planes, yung ilaw nila hindi nakikita so they can't bomb the riders or the
Okay.
soldiers. So,
Mhm.
may konting history. I mean, I want to say that I'm the expert, so to speak. Pero
Mhm.
sobrang dami ng history. Enfield is a history-rich organization. Again, 120 years. So, pwedeng di pa uso ang tao, nandyan na yan eh.
No,
Uh,
more than 120 because it's you said earlier it was 1901,
1901, yes.
2022 now. So that's 100 121 years.
121 years. So last year
Wow.
was 120th. We
Mhm.
just released the 120th anniversary bike, which we had here in the Philippines. There was seven that
Really?
was sent, 7 out of 60
Mhm.
in the Asia Pacific, and
Okay.
it was a beautiful bike. Sobrang ganda.
Okay. But would you know like the very first produced bike no of a Royal Enfield ilang cc kaya was their very first model?
Well, I'm not familiar with where they started, though, but I'm sure that the Flying Flea was a small CC bike. I want to say a specific number, pero di ko masabi kung mamaya baka bilang maano ako bilang you're wrong.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Baka right minus wrong. But for the Philippines, we did start with a 350cc.
Okay.
That was the first ones that came in. And then later on the 500cc, which is the classic 500. But
Mm-hmm.
that stopped production about mga 2 or 3 years ago,
Oh,
pre-pandemic. Nag-stop production na yung bike na yun. So wala na nung
okay.
classic 500. And
Okay.
then recently, last year, we released the classic 350 reborn, ibang engine na.
Uh-huh. Like what's supposed to be the difference? I mean, like,
Well,
yes, it's a different engine, pero what what is it? Fuel injected? Is it more
well,
powerful? What?
yes. Now it's fuel injected. The
Okay.
bike is also it also has ABS already. Before wala. So
Okay.
I own a Bullet. I own a Bullet that is one of the first, I want to say 10 or 20 units that arrived into the Philippines. Ito walang electric start. It's
Mm.
kickstart. It has
Seryoso?
kickstart.
Okay.
My God, drum brake yung likod. And drum brake din yata yung harap eh. Basta see the most basic of basic ah.
Okay.
I remember one time I was in Tagaytay. I rode it to Tagaytay.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a foreigner who looked at my bike. Sabi niya, wow, you must really like to ride. I told him, well, yeah. And then he was riding another bike, no? A big bike also. I go, yeah, I like to ride. Have you been
Mm-hmm.
riding long? Yeah, I've been riding long. Yeah, because your bike's really slow and it has no brakes.
Ah, okay.
Because you're using drum brakes. Sabi ko, yeah, I guess. But I guess it's the ride. No? I mean, I really enjoy it because that bike of mine has brought me to, I mean, past Sagada to the highest point. I've done
Yeah.
so many kilometers on that bike already. But
Mm-hmm.
yun nga eh, the other bikes that we have, the newer bikes that we have, that's more of the comfortable one. Pero yung mga classic namin before, that's passion. Talagang passion for classic bikes because if you ride an original classic bike, they don't have the technology of what the bikes now have, no.
Pero Paulo, when you say classic, is it because it's an old model or old design? Paano ba?
Well, for me kasi, this is a lot of people ask me this, what makes it a classic, no?
Yeah.
Design-wise, kasi obviously the engine has ABS. Wala namang ABS yung mga dati. So,
Mm.
again, the engine is new technology. But for me, kasi the way I explain classic to someone is, if you get your 4 or 5 year old child to draw you a motorcycle,
Okay.
they will draw it exactly how most of our bikes look like. It
Mm-hmm.
looks like a bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
To them, that's basically the classic. So if they look at it, no matter what model they come out with, like even for our classic bike, even the Interceptor, which had a version that came out in the 1970s, which was 735, and now it's
Yeah.
650, had
Yeah.
old technology.
Mm-hmm.
It looks practically the same. It looks the way it does, which means, how polo shirts work. When you wear a
Mm-hmm.
polo shirt that's old and you wear a polo shirt that's new, it
Yeah.
never changed the design. Unlike when you buy some of the funkier clothes, pagka sinuot mo yan next year, parang, ay, last year's design yan ah. Pero pagka bumili ka ng t-shirt or something
Right.
that's classic, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you
Mm-hmm.
wear it, it's always the same every single time. They can't even tell which one the new one is and which one the old one is
That's
because
right.
it remains the same. Like denim jeans. If you buy denim jeans, it's
Denim,
always
baong, right?
baong, baong, di ba? Parang
Okay.
classic siya. Kumbaga parang they haven't changed the design. Unless, syempre may hanapin ka na medyo funky ng konti, mga medyo bell bottoms, ganyan. But the
Yeah.
classics are constant. So
Mm-hmm.
that's typically the bike that we have.
Kasi I've been parang still I need to be educated. Like when they say, "Oh, retro bike, classic bike." So parang I'm like, "Oh, what's the difference?" Parang for me, when you say retro, classic, antique, ano
Well,
pa ba?
antique would be
Fossil,
really
fossil ba? Basta
yung mga,
for me, those means old.
yes.
Okay.
Again, it could be old, but we also develop new technology with the classic, no? Like the one that we have now, which is the classic reborn, 350cc. May ABS na it looks similar to the old classic that we have. Again, if you sit it side by side, it looks the same, but obviously there are differences. Again,
Yeah.
ABS, the
Yeah.
braking system, the engine has less vibration,
Yeah.
but the overall look of it, the way it's supposed to seem, is this is a bike that your grandfather would have used when he was a teenager. That's the way
Mhm.
it's supposed to look and feel, and
Yeah.
automatically the connotation is how did you maintain that bike uh, for that many years, not knowing that this bike was this year's model.
I see. But okay, you said earlier that there's there is a model that has stopped production.
Yes.
So what's going to happen like the parts? Let's say if somebody has that model, but since it's stopped production na, um would you have the parts pa rin available
Oh
if you're
yeah, the continuity of parts will never stop simply because there is a mass need for it pa rin.
Mhm.
Globally, not just the Philippines, no, but there is always going to be parts because there is still a huge market of people who bought the classic. So
Okay.
they will always continue the parts. They
Mhm.
can't stop it simply because madami talaga nag-upkeep ng mga motor nila na classic.
Okay. And now, the history of Royal Enfield coming to the Philippines. Kwento.
Okay. Sige. So, history. Siyempre, nagkodigo ako dahil baka mamaya biglang masita ako, sabihin sa akin, mali-mali na naman binibigay kong answers. Alam mo naman ngayon, mahirap na. When you're
Yeah.
online, pag sabihin sa'yo, parang, ay, mali yan.
Oo nga.
Sorry. Let's
Yeah.
not get canceled, guys. This is just me. But anyway, so in 2006, Jimmy Barinaga, and Freddy De Leon, uh, they basically put up Hardcore Brothers. So Hardcore Brothers was importing a different kind of bike. They're
And
also a
they were
customization.
customizing.
They were customizing, fully
Yes.
customizing bikes. They
Mm-mm.
were, this group. Jimmy is one of those people who looks at something and says, let's do something different, no.
Yeah.
Medyo ibang mga mindset ni Jim sa mga galaw niya sa mga motor.
Mm-hmm.
So when he started that, he was continuing with other brands, but in 2011, uh, he approached Royal Enfield,
Okay.
and then somebody kind of pushed him and said, "Hey Jim, you know what? Bring this in.
Okay.
This might be good. It might be good for the market that we have, even if it's 350." Then later on, they brought in the 500cc, and then
Okay.
continues up to now. So 2012, they opened up Royal Enfield Philippines, and they've been the distributor of Royal Enfield ever since.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going strong. There's a good contingent naman of Royal Enfield. There's a good number of riders. Um, it's pretty big when we do one ride, which is a global ride for all
Yeah.
over the world. No, for Royal Enfield, basically we all ride at the same time globally.
Mhm.
Uh, it's a huge number of people, and the Philippines is a very big population of Royal Enfield owners.
Right. So how many Royal Enfield models did the hardcore brother bring in? You know, the during that time, the first model.
Initially, uh, I believe it was four. So there
Four,
would
four
be,
models.
yeah,
Okay.
the model that I got, which was the most basic one, which is actually the. I noticed that the Indian contingent who are in the Philippines, they always look for this model. No, maybe in
Mm.
India it's really one of their favorites. It's called the Bullet. The Bullet has a 350 and a 500 cc variant. I believe
Okay.
for the 500 they only brought in two of those or three of those, and the rest
Mm.
were 350.
Okay.
So the Bullet is the one that has no kicks, has no electric start. It was purely kickstart. And then
Okay.
they have the classic 350 and the classic 500, both exactly the same with electric start. Both have kickstart, but one is
Mm-hmm.
350 and one is 500. And then they
Okay.
had the Rumbler. The
Mm.
Rumbler, I believe, is 500 cc. I think there was only three or four of those models that came to the Philippines. So
All
if you
right.
actually encounter someone who owns the Rumbler, alam ko apat lang sila. There's
Mm-hmm.
only four of them. So those were the models then that arrived when they started the Royal Enfield journey in the Philippines.
Wow. Imagine from four models back then, and then now, how many models are available in the Philippines?
So now we have the classic 350. We have the Himalayan. That's an adventure rider, right? That basically is called the Himalayan because it's the only bike that rides the Himalayas. It's
Okay.
it's a crazy bike. Then you have the GT. Sorry, the GT 650 and the Interceptor 650. So those are the twins. The only two
Mm-hmm.
650s available. And then we have the Meteor 350 pala. So there's
Okay.
five.
A five. Okay.
Five.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we have two 350s, two 650s, and one 411.
So you mean to say that it takes a while, no, for these models to change their looks and technology?
Yeah, it does.
Parang,
It takes a while.
like how many years before they would come up with a new look or with a new technology?
Well, looking at how the trend has been, some of
Mm-hmm.
these bikes make a comeback and they change something. Like the classic came back after they just stopped production of the old engine and then they made the new engine
Yeah.
in about 2 to 3 years. So there
Mm-hmm.
are new things in play that are going to be coming out soon. We will be releasing a new bike model
Mm-hmm.
pretty soon, which is going to be, I think, coming this July.
Okay, interesting. Don't forget to let me know in advance when,
Oh
so I
yeah,
can
yeah, yeah,
have the first silip of the
yeah,
bike.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be able to test ride it, pa, para you can see how it rides.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Pero but currently, um, how many Royal Enfield models are out worldwide? I mean, even the ones that didn't come in here in the Philippines. Like, how many models are out now?
There are probably one or two models. So sorry, probably one model that didn't make it to the Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
because there are some with well, like when I was researching on it, there was a diesel engined one, and
What?
yeah, there was a diesel engined one, and
Okay.
there was one guy who reached out to me in private, and he found it in somewhere in the province in Pampanga, I think, and he was selling it to me. And I said, "Wow, who brought this in?" And they imported it apparently, but that never made it into the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
They just brought it in by themselves, no. But usually we have these models available to us, so there's nothing that they have there that's not available to us when there's a
Mm-hmm.
demand. But some of the colorways would vary because syempre when they research online, syempre depending on the area, may mga
Okay.
colorways na iba-iba yan.
Hmm. So if ever you encounter a customer who would want to have that particular brand or that particular color that is not available here in the country, so would there be any possibilities for you guys to bring in what the customer wants?
Well, that would depend if the availability, but obviously, sometimes medyo that takes a while, no? To bring for us to bring that in,
Yeah.
it would take months. And typically, you would know this being another rider to another rider.
Mhm.
Riders are not known to be very patient when purchasing a motorcycle.
Yep.
Riders walk in and they're like, "I want this and I want this today," and you're like, "Nope, we need time to activate it. We need time to do this." They're like, "I'm gonna get this one," and you're like, "Nope, that's a demo unit. We need to, you know, riders are very. I wouldn't say they don't. I don't say they lack patience, but we're very like, parang, I want to get it. I want. They're very
In
excitable.
Tagalog, right? Di mapakali, something
Oh,
like
di ba
that.
pakali? And they're very
Yeah.
excited eh. Riders are very excited. Like tayo, mababaw lang ang kaligayahan natin, kape-kape lang, but sa ibabaw ng bundok, di ba? I mean,
Right.
breakfast tayo pero sa beach. I mean, ganun yung mga trip
Or
natin. That's what we
kain lang
do,
tayo
right?
ng fast food. It's outside Manila pa, di
Oh,
ba?
yeah, yeah.
Meron
Pag
naman dyan
sinabi
sa
parang,
tabi mo.
o kain tayo na, burger tayo, saan? Just sa ganito ganyan, this famous burger place that's everywhere in Metro Manila. Tapos
Right.
sa Pangasinan kayo nagkumain ng ganyan. Parang it's so common. Nagkakape
Yeah.
sa Batangas, yung mga ganyan because doon yung masarap na barako. Or naglomi sa Batangas, the usual. The usual.
Well, but although your hindi mapakali customers, at least when they want a bike, a Royal Enfield na that they see in the shop, that's actually easier. Ang mahirap kasi is your customer that who wants something that's not in the shop.
Yeah, but
So
that's
I guess
very
can they do advance orders?
they can. We can have a conversation about it. If you come down Royal Enfield QC in Tomas Morato, we can talk about how we're gonna be able to do that. But more often than not, they already know the colorway that they want. No,
Mhm.
because our bikes naman, the only difference in price will be because of the colorway. Meaning iba ng kulay, but it's the same engine. So kung let's say sa Interceptor, these colors, that's when the prices change. No, the
Okay.
the solid colors are the base price, and then anything with a little bit more arte that's customized, and so on and so forth.
Right. Um, but are you saying that yun nga, these models that are not available here in the Philippines, are they what? Why are they not available? Or these colors or these models? Why? Is
Well,
it
sometimes there's no demand for it. Also, that's one, or
Mhm.
two. Also because when we deal with principal, they don't really see that it's gonna be moving here naman as much. So why bother order those and just have it stuck where it's not supposed to move? So there's a particular
Okay.
that's involved in that.
Okay. Kasi parang, di ba nga, there are cases na parang, this color is only for European.
Yes.
Di ba, yung
Yes.
mga ganon.
Yeah.
So,
Like even in cars in general, may mga ganun eh. Parang, oh, bakit ganito? Yung model nila may ganyan. And then
hmm,
yung model natin may, well, because the demand is so great there, it's easier for them to have that arrive in that country because they know that if they ship 60 pieces of that, it'll sell. And they
right.
don't want to do it like three or four pieces lang at a time.
Hmm. So supposed to be, what's your target market for the for Royal Enfield? Like what kind of riders?
Okay. So Royal Enfield kasi, like what we were talking about earlier, no?
Hmm.
Uh everybody has well, not everybody has eaten in the most expensive steakhouse, and not everybody has eaten uh in a karinderya. 'Di ba?
Okay.
May mga iba who have not done one or the other. Some
Hmm.
have eaten in the most expensive, some have eaten in but then even the rich or the ones who are somewhere in the middle
Hmm.
have eaten from fast food.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
What I'm saying is basically we have a niche market of people who want to collect classic bikes, who love the classic feel, who want to reminisce when they were young and riding a classic bike. They enjoyed
Yeah.
that classic feel. Because syempre, when you're getting a little bit older, malabo naman ang sakyan mo, medyo breakneck speed, di ba? May mga times na,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
di
yeah.
ba? So you
Mhm.
go back to where you started your riding experience. And then you also have the younger generation of riders, the new riders, or the ones who are like, I want to experience how the classics feel. So they want to
Mhm,
do
yeah.
that. Kasi our
Oh.
bikes, even our 650, though it's a 650, it's very friendly. The response is very friendly. It gives a good pull. It has that power.
Mhm.
So it's a good learner bike, if you want to call it that. But actually, it's a good daily commute. Even for all of our bikes are good daily commutes. Actually, to be honest.
Yeah. So you're saying, okay, so you have the, how do you call this? You have models for street use.
Yes,
I believe you also have a model that's for adventure use.
yes, we do. Which is the Himalayan.
Yes. What else do you have? Well, the race bike, I don't think so.
Well, we do have the GT 650, which is a
But
cafe racer.
okay, okay,
and
okay.
then we've been researching on it, and well, obviously because of technology, and it being the technology of the most basic, more basic than most, it wouldn't compete in a in a race with newer models, newer bikes, more modern technology. But
Mm-hmm.
in turn wise, we actually did some research, and now we're finding out that this bike can actually kind of compete in that realm of classic race bikes because of the way it handles.
So you're
um
saying pwede siya pang racetrack
Pwede
with
siya
the
pang track.
super bikes.
Yeah, we've actually taken it to track. There is a GT Cup in India. There's a
Okay.
GT Cup, GT 650 Cup that they do
Mm-hmm.
every year. And apparently, it can do more than we thought it could. Una, parang pogi-pogi lang, pang kape-kape lang eh. And then later on, na-realize ko, parang, pwede pala. Meron pala siyang ganun na
Hmm.
aspect. So, every rider has their own version of why they want to keep a bike, right? May mga
Right.
iba want to get away on the weekend. May mga iba just wanting to be seen. May mga
Correct.
iba pang Starbucks, iba-iba,
Yeah,
kanya-kanyang
pang posers
yung
or
yeah. But
tambay. The
but
others naman pang touring, pang lakwatsa.
oh,
Yeah, yeah, you get
and
those.
then iba-ibang reasons eh. But I realized that our bikes kasi can hit that demographic, that our bikes, even the most basic ones, have been used to do tourings. Even the basic classic 350 or the classic 500, the old ones, have done the North Loop, the South Loop, the Philippine Loop. They've done it. They even, I mean, it's not the most comfortable if you know what bike you're getting into, but
Yeah.
obviously you wouldn't get into uh, a pickup truck expecting to ride like a luxury car.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Aha! I see some messages. Naku, comedy ako dyan sa isang message.
Ang daming
Yeah.
mga papasok.
Up direct. Yan. I find this funny.
Ako ba yung since 1901? Hinuhukay ko
Ganon.
yata yung Pasig River nun eh. Ako ba naghuhukay ng Pasig? Di ba uso tao niyan?
And guess what? The man behind the man behind bringing in Royal Enfield is
Yeah.
actually watching you.
Yeah, so medyo baka
Watching us.
graded ako, baka mapalo ako pag mali yung
Si
answer ko.
Chairman, ayan, up there, direct.
Oh.
Yan, direct.
Yan.
The man behind Royal Enfield here in the Philippines.
Jimbo Barnaga.
Oh, of Hardcore Brothers. Actually,
Hardcore
long-time
Brothers,
friend ko na rin yan. And
Oo.
he was my guest already here a few months back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Jimmy, for watching. Boss ko yan. He's one of my bosses. Ayan.
Hi. Hi, boss.
Sir Albert. Exciting daw, di ba? Yeah,
Cute
Sir
baby.
Albert, subukan mo ang Royal Enfield. Nandyan lang pala, malapit lang dito.
Yeah. Drop
Actually,
by.
Sir Albert is also he's also a rider. So,
Oh, cool.
yep.
Yeah, drop by. Try our bikes. We also have test bikes test rides every day in
Mhm.
Tomas Morato. Just come by and it's an experience kasi. You have to experience the bike to be able to understand it.
Mhm. Yan. And what's this? Oh, di ba?
Oh. That's my brother-in-law.
Oh, my brother-in-law. You know, I saw a message here. Parang na-shock siya na may diesel na Royal Enfield.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, because even I was shocked. I didn't know, no, but I mean, I realized kasi like engines are like that. I suppose in different parts of the world, they also develop different things like uh diesel engines for not just motorcycles but for other cars na hindi natin alam.
Mhm. So the diesel models are like what? How many cc?
The one that they were trying to sell me was 500 cc diesel.
Mm-hmm.
So ang
And
laki, sabi ko, wow, parang is it running condition? Sabi niya, yeah, but it needs some repairs. But he
uh-huh.
was selling it at a premium. Sabi nga niya, parang it's the only one that's in the Philippines.
Oh, so basically now there's no diesel models. The newer models now, walang diesel.
Uh, not that we bring in. I'm not sure. I didn't check if there was a diesel one in India, but not in the Philippines. Not
Mhm.
anything that we brought in.
Sige nga, let's look some pictures. Maybe you can, para we can identify what kind of model is this Royal Enfield. No?
Sure.
So, direct, show us some pictures na, okay, what is this? Ano pa?
That,
Posing,
that's a
posing.
that's a classic 500. This was actually in DGR this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a classic 500 that's modified, no, with the handlebar.
Okay.
So that's the old classic that I was telling you about that they discontinued. Ito yun.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And do these Royal Enfield bikes come already with accessories or they have separate accessories pa?
Well, we do have accessories available to us in the showroom.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are some that we order and basically try to dress up the bike. But a lot of them also get it aftermarket. There are
Okay.
also other people who develop it again because the bike is what it is. No, it's so easy to dress it up.
Okay.
And
So what are other ano pa? Yan. Wow, that's
yeah,
a
that's
great.
actually in front of the showroom before
Okay.
takeoff for DGR. So that green one is a classic, and the one next to it is a classic as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's a classic, yeah. And the next one to it is the old classic,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a GT Continental next to it, the
Okay.
old GT, and then Interceptors on the far left.
Just wondering, no, because I noticed the engines are all exposed. Isn't it kind of worrying that what if something while riding something hits the engine?
We've encountered something hitting the engine, but our engines are so uh sturdy. Like I said, these things are kind of like they say it's built like a gun, but actually it's more like built like a tank.
Okay.
Uh, it really is. It's so solid that I've seen uh one friend of ours riding his classic, doing river crossing, and he actually went into the river.
Okay.
Nabagsak siya eh. So he fell. So the whole bike went underwater, no?
All right.
And then they brought it up. Obviously, namatay yung makina. They brought it up. They waited about, I think, 20 to 30 minutes and started it again. It ran.
Oh, di ba?
So may mga ganun. Tapos I talked to someone na they were riding out in they got lost somewhere na yung bike niya taob talaga, baliktad.
Okay.
So because baliktad, syempre the oil would kind of go down, right? And you have to wait for it to settle first uh before you start it. They
Okay.
started it and it ran. Sabi
Oh,
ko,
di ba?
wow, parang possessed yung motor. Ano
Or
siya, it's
maybe
very
lang
sturdy.
naman the reason why it didn't start maybe like when you said that it fell in water, so baka lang nabasa yung spark plug, but
Yeah, but
that's it.
it actually started. They waited, they dried it, and then it started. Sabi na, they, it ran. It's
Mm-hmm.
really built sturdy. And one thing I can say about my personal Enfields, despite having troubles also, if I ride in the province or may naputol na ganito, may ganyan,
Yeah.
my bikes have always gotten me home. And that's
Oh.
one thing we make sure that with our bikes na parang uh, one way or another, we're gonna get you home to your family. So
Mm-hmm.
that's part of what we want to do.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I have seen a Royal Enfield with a sidecar.
Yes, there are several. I have a
Okay.
couple of friends who have the sidecar too, because it's a beautiful aesthetic on the bike, no. Again,
Mhm.
being a classic, ang gwapo ng itsura ng may sidecar.
Okay. And is the sidecar sold separately or there is a model that sidecar included?
No, actually, those are fully customized. They have their sidecars made, and then they
Okay.
install it onto their bike. We don't have a model that has a sidecar.
Ah, okay. I thought all the while like there is such model like
No, no, no. There isn't one that has a sidecar. But
okay.
some people kasi look at it so aesthetically it looks like talagang a bike that went to war, no?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like something that you would put a sidecar on.
Okay. Okay. That picture is funny. Who's this guy?
This is actually my other brother-in-law. My other brother-in-law, and he's actually on my bullet. That's my bullet. The
So
first Enfield
what's he
bullet.
trying to do? Eat your dust?
I don't know nga what he's trying to do eh.
Okay. And this one naman.
That's an interceptor. That's actually my good friend, Magic Liwanag.
Mhm.
Uh, he's a photographer, a fantastic photographer. And that's his Interceptor 650.
Yeah. And as to what you said, he's a good photographer and his surname is Liwanag. Yeah.
Yep.
Very clear.
Yep.
Yeah. I wonder if he's related to a friend of mine who's also a Liwanag and he's also a photographer.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
He might be related because similar. Eh. Photographer,
Oh,
Liwanag. So who
maybe,
knows?
maybe.
Yeah. Okay. What's this?
This is a lady rider. This is si Zara Moto, and
Mm-hmm.
she's on the new Classic 350. That's the new one. If you
Mm.
check on the right side, there's no kickstart on the bike.
Oh, nga, no?
Wala na
Okay.
siya kickstart. So yun yung
And
bago.
I noticed that there are crash bars. So does it come with the bike? Those crash
Uh,
bars?
no, those crash bars do not come with the motorcycle, but you can get those crash bars from us. We do
Mm,
have accessories, crash bars, sump guards, side mirrors, all of these Royal Enfield official parts and accessories that you can get through our showroom.
okay. That's cool. Oh, okay. What's this?
Now, this is one of our riders, si Albert. He's riding a classic 350. That's the
Mm,
older one. That's the one that I said that got discontinued na.
I see.
Very
And,
beautiful bike. And
and
that's my classic, my
mhm,
bullet.
the bullet. Earlier, no, I asked you this, diba? Because I've been also hearing, um, well, of course, good things about the Royal Enfield, but this is a funny lang description that how true no that the Royal Enfield engine daw is bulletproof.
It might be because apparently it was waterproof for a while. Because I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it really is. It's a sturdy bike. So I mean, we have one. Our adventure one goes up to the Himalayas, the highest motorable point by any vehicle.
Okay.
That just simply means quality wise, there's got to be something that speaks to it. Obviously, it's really really very sturdy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I kind of like this picture. It's like the guy on Royal Enfield making Sita the guy on the Vespa, saying, "Hey, you're in shorts."
Yeah. No, actually, this is during DGR, like I said, because Royal Enfield is has been the official marshals for DGR,
Right.
and we were actually parang asking them because we put the scooters in front to kind of slow down the parade. We were telling them where are we going. We were
Okay.
actually like, we'll just follow you guys. We'll just tell us where we're going.
No, but and look at the attire of the guy in the scoot.
I know he was a Boy Scout, by the way. He was
Oh,
in a Boy Scout. If you look
okay.
at him, he looks like that guy. See Russell from Up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That was his outfit. I was like, wow, that's so cool. Walang
Okay.
balloons.
Kaya pala naka-Boy Scout. Because I was like wondering, no, and normally I think Boy Scout, what color? Di ba Boy Scout is
Green.
green?
Green. Yeah, but this was Russell from Up.
Okay.
Yung the Disney film, the Pixar film.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
That's me on with my interceptor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, ito mukhang bored yan. What happened to him?
Actually, this is actually our national sales manager for Royal
Okay.
Enfield, Lyle De Leon.
All
And
right.
he was waiting. Ayaw niya magtanggal ng helmet because it was so hot. Sabi niya, let's just, when we're ready to go, let's go na.
Ano, ayaw magtanggal ng helmet because it's hot.
Kasi we would remove it during DGR. We would stop. We'd remove it. And by the time we removed our gear, they would tell us, oh, tara, tuloy na natin. So we'd put back the helmet on and put back the
Yeah.
gear. And we're like, so
Hassle.
we're just there waiting. Parang, oh, sige, tell us when we're going to go na because I just don't want to remove anything else. But I would just
Oo.
keep going. Isang init eh. And we were dressed up eh.
Sa
So,
bagay, anyway, you got keeping his helmet on, at least hindi masa-sunburn yung face niya, di ba?
yeah. And I keep telling him he looks like a Lego.
Oo nga, no?
Diba? Doesn't
Oo
he
nga,
look
no?
like a Lego? Yung
Yes.
spaceman ng Lego?
Yeah. Correct. Oo nga, no? I wonder if he's watching right now.
He might be. Oh, oh, that's me and one of my salespeople in Tomas Morato. We
Mhm.
were we were talking to each other and saying, "Why are we in front? We don't know where we're going."
Hala.
So
And
we
I can
decided to
tell
just block off.
the handlebar of
Yeah,
the one on the
his
left, no, it's higher.
his classic. He's using a semi 8 bar on his
Mhm.
classic 500.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah, those are some of the bikes.
yeah, pretty. Oh, nice, huh? I like that color actually.
Wow, there's a lot of
Okay.
photos of me here. Okay.
Yeah. I have to, sinasadya yata yan eh, bladers, no, na, na, syempre, panay pictures ni Paulo.
I had somebody submit this, by the way. It wasn't me, just in case people
Wow,
ask.
but it's okay, fine.
I was, I'm not egotistic about it. Just that, oh, look, Zara Moto. Her photo was the one we were talking about earlier. Said hi.
Okay. That's cool.
She's saying hi to you, actually,
Where? Oh, really?
in the comment
I
section.
oh, I can't actually see. Oh, okay. Hi, Zaramoto. Yeah, saw your picture. Thanks for watching. All right. Oh, ikaw na naman.
Okay, parang,
Sawa na yan, direct. Siya na naman.
direct ako na naman.
Okay. So, walang scandal pictures, direct?
Wala.
Mamaya na natin labas. No. And I also told you, di ba, kanina that that my cousin also has two kinds of Royal
RE.
Enfield, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, direct yung last na pinakita ko sa yung picture, yung two bikes. Yeah. Um, there you go.
Yeah, those are both classics. Actually, this green one,
Mhm.
this mint on the right side, ang dami who were looking for that for a while because it's a very rare color.
Actually, it is a cute color.
Yeah,
Very presko sa mata, the color.
yeah, and it's
Mhm.
very rare. I mean, when would you ever see a mint green bike, diba? Though
Mhm.
even the one on the left, that this red that he has is also a rare color.
Okay. So, but are they both the same models?
They're actually the same model. I'm not sure
Just
lang.
different. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're both classics.
Okay. But how do you call this? They're
I think
both
one is a
classic.
500 and one is 350.
I honestly don't know because I don't see any numbers. I never saw any numbers on the bike, so I'm not sure.
I would need to really zoom in to be able to tell. But the way I see it, it's both 350 or one is 350 and one's 500.
So anyway, so if ever, like I said, Paulo, no, if you see one of those bikes on the streets with a guy on a Chupa Chups helmet,
Yes,
that's my
I will
cousin.
tell him. I know your cousin.
Yeah. Okay, so let's read more messages from your fans.
Ooh, okay. This is Kel Ezekiel. He's actually one of my regular boarders in REQC.
Okay.
Uh, he's one of the riders who just comes by, has coffee, and sits around and talks about bikes the
But he
whole
said
day.
he's a batang hamog.
Yeah, because I tease him. Sabi ko, lagi kayo nandito, wala ba kayong trabaho? Wala kayong
Ah,
gagawin today? They're always there every day. I mean, they try to drop by. I kid around about it a lot, but these people always just come by. And again, that's what the community is with RE. A lot of people really just hang out and stick around, and then they make friends within the community. It's a very
mhm.
good community, to be honest.
Oh, cool. And then there's more.
Oh, Jay Leda, he's a friend. He's a reaper as well. RE owner, very very good friend.
But what does he mean by mine?
I think
Is
he's
he
trying to
all?
say mine. Ako yata yung minamine na eh. Di ba pagka online selling, yung mga
I'm
mine,
starting to
pamine mo lang.
now, I'm starting to think, what kind of members does Reapers have?
Oh, we're a very friendly bunch.
Okay. Okay, and they love you so much, yeah.
Hey, that's my cousin. Hello, Jerome.
All right. And sige direct. More, more, more.
Oh, that's Jesus. Jesus is actually one of my other sales representatives in Tomas Muerto. So come down and then meet Jesus and meet Miko, and they'll take you on tour with the bikes and even give you a test ride if you need it.
Are they as crazy as you?
Uh, perhaps, perhaps.
Okay. Next message.
Hey, Teddy. Yeah, Teddy is one of our media friends from with our friend from Royal Enfield. No, he works with media, and he tried the bikes, and he really did tell me that he enjoyed it. Sabi ko, off the record, sabi niya, off the record, on the record, maganda yung bike. I go, oh, okay.
Aha. Oh, may humihirit. Paraffle ka daw.
Nako, ano na raffle ko? Wala akong gamit dito sa office namin eh. Wala kang tao eh.
Oo nga. Alright. So, yeah, okay. So, Teddy's from Top Bikes. Hey, Teddy.
Yan, yan.
Mm-mm. Thanks for watching, Teddy. And then, yun.
Hey Zam, so test bike requirements for you to test ride the bike is just your license, and bring gear, helmet and gloves.
I thought kailangan matino ka muna.
Oo, pakabait tayo.
Alright. And
there you go. So Neil is actually one of the ano ba Neil? One of the older Reapers members community, and he's seen it.
What do you mean by olders? Grabe naman yan.
Hindi by age siya. What I mean is he's been around longer than me, but he was also the secretary of the Reapers for a season, and he knows that the community is really pretty good. We have a Facebook page where it's all the owners, and it's happened before where we have other owners have a breakdown of their bike, or let's say for instance naputulan ng kadena, which is normal, no? Flat tires, throttle cables, these things break because of the wear and tear. And we've heard of stories where they post asking for, "Oh, help me! I broke down in this," and then one of the other members would see it, or part of the community see it on the Facebook page. Parang harap ng bahay ko to Then step out and then help them fix their bikes.
Okay.
It's happened before.
Uh-huh. And then Paulo, no, like so far, how many Royal Enfield dealerships or how many Royal Enfield stores are available here in the Philippines?
Right now we have the flagship store is in Tomas Morato.
Yes.
And then we're opening another one in the south in Bacoor. And then there's one in Bulacan.
Okay. So
three for now, but then we also have other tie-ups with other dealerships with other brands. No, sorry, not other brands, but people who carry other bikes as well. That's not purely RE.
Okay. And so far you can guarantee for riders interested with the Royal Enfield, you can guarantee service.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That definitely there are merong parts in case of any that you could help them when they're wherever they are.
Yeah, especially now. I mean, I admittedly during pandemic it was harder for us to bring in parts for the bike because obviously importing some of the parts was difficult. No, the whole world was having a hard time bringing that in. But now we're going back to normal. We have all the parts available. If they need anything for their bikes, we can keep them up to speed on what they need.
Yeah, so far, tell us honestly, was Royal Enfield here in the Philippines, the business, was it affected during the pandemic? Or did you have more sales actually during the pandemic?
Actually, during the pandemic, surprisingly, there were still people who were buying motorcycles. Obviously, it wasn't the same number as pre-pandemic, but as soon as the alerts were lifted and the world started opening up, there was a huge surge of people who were interested in the bike. No, test rides were like, plentiful. People wanted to see and feel the bike. I think for the motorcycling community in general, not just for us, not just for Royal Enfield, people really wanted to learn how to ride a motorcycle. Like they want to enjoy it, they want to learn it, whether it's old riders or new riders. I think because they were basically in jail for the past 2 years, and now they're like, Well, if I don't learn how to ride now, I'll never learn it, right?
Okay. Yeah. So you mentioned earlier, like, okay, you got riders or customers who want to learn how to ride. Now, of course, before purchasing, I mean, before buying a bike, right? You should know how to ride supposed to be. But however, for some customers that probably it will be their first time to own a big bike, and let's say, and then they choose Royal Enfield. So, would Royal Enfield have some sort of schooling for for your these kinds of customers?
Well, for now, we don't have anything set up just yet for the learn to ride. No?
Okay.
We are thinking about it, but right now for our Himalayan, we do have a promo where you actually get trail school as part of your purchase of the bike.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
trail school
you're
meaning we
nakatie
part.
up with you're nakatie up with some schools.
Yeah. So we're
Okay.
nakatie up, meaning they will be able to learn how to use the bike the way
Okay.
it's supposed to be used. Because it's
Uh-huh.
really meant to do off-roading and a little bit more trail and a little bit more back roads. No?
Right.
So that's why we partnered it up with that. So that
Mm-hmm.
when they buy it, they don't just like, oh, I don't know how to use it and this is what it. No, we will teach you how to use it to its full potential and full extent.
But
So
maybe sana uh, Royal Enfield can also come up with schooling for the normal drive for the normal
yeah,
riding of like for street use naman also sana.
yeah, I think that's something that's in the works, and any motorcycle brand
Yeah.
would that would be a dream to set up. Obviously, because you cover your market from end to end, and now you develop them, and not only do you uh, teach your clientele to be confident on the motorcycle, but also to be responsible on the motorcycle. So, ang ganda, that would really be best, no? I mean, uh, it can be anything from learn to ride to
Yeah.
competitive riding on
Mm-hmm.
our bikes, because again we may not perform at your speed wise no with the modern bike, but we can do a classic race where it's all classic bikes and we can start racing around the track as well. You
That would
never
be
know, kasi
yeah.
iba na yung motorcycling community now na it's grown
Yeah.
exponentially in the past how many years.
Yes,
uh,
that's
it's just getting bigger and bigger, and people that you never thought would be like, oh, sige, I'll learn how to ride na rin. It's just getting bigger and bigger. It's amazing.
yeah. And of course naman I'm sure that Royal Enfield would also want their clients to be safe
Oh
on the
yeah,
road.
definitely. I mean,
Siyempre naman.
again, yun nga, the one thing that we really focus on is the bike's gonna get you back home.
Mhm.
Diba? Because uh, hindi okay na you ride out, nagpaalam ka sa kasama mo sa bahay na alis ka lang. Alis ka na nga ng Sunday, hindi ka pa bumalik forever. Parang kasama naman nung, di ba?
Yeah, bad trip. That's really
It's family day na nga, nagpaalam ka na short ride lang, hindi ka na bumalik ever.
oo,
So,
yeah.
the objective is always to make it back home,
Yeah.
safe and sound.
All right. So, down to our last few minutes. Paulo, where can our viewers and possible customers find Royal Enfield and how can they get in touch with you?
Okay. Well, we do have a website, royalenfield.com.ph. You can find us there. You can visit me personally in Royal Enfield QC, where I will be every day to welcome you and entertain your questions if you need me to. But we do have staff who will also be able to do that for you. You can do test rides on the bike. Just bring a helmet, bring your license, driver's license, and gloves if you can bring it, gear. No, um, soon we'll be opening branches, but also we'll have one in the south, which is Bacoor, and we have one in Bulacan. You can drop by there too. But as for myself, you will find me in REQC. So our website, we also have an Instagram. You can also find REQC on Facebook, Royal Enfield Tomas Morato, and even our service center you can find on Facebook. That's two separate Facebooks where you can message us for parts and scheduling for repairs or PMS on your bike.
Mhm. Ayan, actually nga humirit nga yung Royal Enfield QC eh. The website
Ayan.
where to find you. Direct
Ayan.
paki-flash na lang the Royal Enfield QC message. So, going down direct. Thank you very much. So, there. That's correct, di ba?
Yes. I'm not seeing it yet. There you go. That's the one.
Yep. So, they're bladers. Interested for Royal Enfield? Ayan. Nandyan po ang Facebook page. And Paulo said earlier, may website. And above all, Paulo is there to entertain your wants and needs and inquiries.
Yes.
All right. So thanks very much again, Paulo.
Thank
One
you.
of these days, I will make Bulabog Royal Enfield
Come on
flagship
down.
store.
Yeah.
All right. So there you have it, Bladers. That is Paulo Jimenez Bonifacio of Royal Enfield flagship store. Again, kailangan nyo ng entertainment. Ayan po si Paulo. Alright, so, okay, Bladers. So, ayan, that is the history of Royal Enfield and paano nakarating ang Royal Enfield here in the Philippines. Okay. And, of course, since nga pala, no, since motor ang pinag-uusapan, and ayan, meron tayong items for your motorcycles. Okay. So, okay, ito po. Available at Blade Auto Center, all branches. O nga pala, ang Blade Auto Center, there's more than 50 branches nationwide. Kaya I'm sure wherever you are here in the Philippines, may malapit na Blade Auto Center sa inyo. And ito po, the VS1 Tire Black Lotion to make your tires look new. Pero hindi po gagamitin to if you are using your motorcycle kasi po madulas to sa tires. I suggest please use this only kapag yung bikes nyo po are for show, no, for display. So never use mga tire black habang nagmumotor po kayo. Okay? Just for display or for show para mukhang shiny, new yung iyong gulongs. Okay, and then ito, one of my favorite items from VS1. This one is the VS1 protector. Ginagamit ko po to clean my motorcycle. So this one, it cleans and shines and removes stains and restores the colors ng mga, lalo na the rubber, the plastic, the vinyl, and the leather. Okay, so the VS1 protector, I would vouch for this. And mabango po, amoy parang lemony pa nga eh. So, yeah. And the VS1 Refresh All-Purpose Deodorizer. Okay, 3-in-1 siya because it eliminates odors and kills germs and freshens instantly. But please, this VS1 Refresh is for your motorcycle apparels or motorcycle stuffies. Hindi po para sa katawan ng motorcycle rider to. Okay? So, ito, VS1 Refresh. For motorcycle stuffies and kagamitans, hindi pang tao. Alright, and nga pala, so ito, the Mototech Chain Cleaner. So, before you put your chain lube, clean your chains first with the chain cleaner. Okay, so this thing removes oil, grease, and grime. Ayan, pag nalinis na yung chain nyo, that's when you put the chain lube. Okay, and lalayo naman ng mga items na to. Okay. We have also the Pertua PowerTech scooter oil. Okay, so this is actually engineered for the CVT type of scooter models. This is the synthetic oil for made for scooters, no, by Pertua. And the next one I have here is ito, pwede pang scooter and pwede pang big bikes. The Pertua PowerTech. This is also synthetic oil. And this is for your yung mga regular use of your bikes. Pwede po to yung PowerTech Pertua. Pero yung mga medyo hardcore mag-ride, especially like for racing or for endurance, ito po, the Pertua Apex synthetic motorcycle oil. Yan, sa mga medyo hard medyo hard driving na. Ito po, the Apex Endurance. So all these motorcycle stuffies are available at all Blade branches nationwide. Once again, Blade Auto Center has more than 50 stores around the Philippines. Pero if you have no time to shop sa mga Blade stores, no, you can always shop online at the official website of Blade Auto Center. And Blade Auto Center is also available at 2 shopping apps. So one of them is the Grab Mart. Okay? It's okay. Anyway, before Grab Mart, yan na muna direct. Sige. Blade is also available at Food Panda. And until now, I was so surprised that na Food Panda pala meron rin shopping. Pwede rin pala pang shopping kasi the name Food Panda, di ba? Mga food. But yes, Blade Auto Center is available at Food Panda and the other shopping app, which is the Grab Mart. Okay, so yan. And it's so easy, no? If you don't have any of those 2 apps, just download the app and follow the 4 easy steps that you see on screen. Pero if you have the apps already, ayan lang, dali. Easy lang naman to shop using the 2 shopping apps, which is the GrabMart and Food Panda. Okay. So there you have it, Bladers. Magkikita-kits pa rin tayo at the country's largest car and motorcycle accessory store in the Philippines. Wala nang iba yan, kundi that is Blade Auto Center. Kaya Bladers, never forget, if it's from Blade, it's better.
Patuloy na umiikot, minsan ay nasa taas, minsan ay nasa ilalim. Parang walang katapusan, huwag mawala ng pag-asa. Bagong araw ay bagong umpisa. Sa bawat pagbagsak ay pagkakataong umangat. Huwag patatarik sa pagsubok na dumarating sa dating Pag may kasama